Shout out Sniper T on the beat.
Tamara to the break of dawn is on the rise, with life on the forefront of the mind. So line for line, you can ride this brain train and you can change your station without even touching the dial. So relax, stay a little bit, but listen for a while. And whether you're bumping this in the whip or in a business fit, it's a meeting you won't want to miss. A meeting for a meal to feed the soul with words for the mind. So sit back, enjoy the ride. Time to take off, it's time to fly. Cause Tamara till the break of dawn is on the rise.
Hey y'all, we'll see if I add the normal like little announcements and stuff I'll be doing at the beginning, but I don't even feel like doing all that. I just kind of want to get into it. Before I get into what I actually wanted to talk about, I will say this. I wrote this blog. If you didn't know, I blog every Monday now. My website, tamarathedon.com. You can go there if you want to check out my blogs. But today's Monday, I wrote this blog and I was talking about how I feel right now. And it's interesting because what I realized, it's not my creative projects that I'm unsatisfied with. You got to go read it if you want to know what I'm talking about. But I haven't figured it out, but I realize it's not that, because there's a lot of other things going on that, like, I've worked in the social work field for 10 years, over 10 years actually at this point. And I don't know, I'm just starting to feel like I'm over it. I'm just starting to feel like I'm over it. And a lot of it has to do with we don't get paid what we're worth. Like, ever since I did this market analysis that I started this consulting company and seeing how much money there is to be made, it just really has put me at this like, bruh, I do a lot at my job and have in every social work job I've had, when you take into account the emotional toll, especially dealing with people in crisis, or just, I don't directly deal with people in crisis, but I still deal with the people who deal with the people in crisis and deal with the stuff. And I don't know. And then and this isn't necessarily related to my current job, but these are just things I'm thinking about, like companies that don't have standard operating procedures and don't have a standard training tool slash guide for people to be able to consistently do things pretty much the same way. And I don't know, just lack of professionalism, just all these things are just irritating me. But I think financial stress is really starting to be like, bruh, like somebody sent me this randomly, because it's not like I've said, oh, I'm trying to look for a new job or anything like that, because that's not what's on my mind. What's on my mind is to start, or I started my company, but get it up and going to a point that I can sustain myself, and then, at whatever point that is, leave my job. But somebody sent me this job link today where it was like, I forget what it was called. But it was like 100% remote, kind of like a coordinator of a mentoring thing. And some of the stuff would be, training, getting people connected, like mentor mentee matchups, for adult women, because women are adults, but for women in whatever. But when I looked at the salary, I was like, bruh, I should apply for this. But the only reason I'm not is because they want you to have more availability than what I want to give right now, because I'm trying to build a business and trying to do all these things. I can only work Monday through Friday, 8:15 to 4:45. That's it. That's all. My week evenings are for other stuff. So I don't know, but I am very I'm very not restless, but I am very unsatisfied with not life, because that just sounds very extreme and it's not like that, but I don't know. I'm just not happy with, and I'm in transition of moving, but that's not even it. You know what I'm saying? Because um no, it's beyond that, because even when I find another place and I'm settled again, the things that I just can't pinpoint what it is. But anywho, that's not what I called y'all here for. So birthday's coming up. Birthday is actually this Sunday, June 27th. That's why if you're watching, it says my name and it doesn't say the website like it normally does, which I think I might start switching that up. I don't know, but my birthday is this Sunday. I'll be 41, and it's so weird because like my brother, he was like, "Oh, what you got planned? Normally you be talking about your birthday all month." And if you were if you've been listening for a while, you know I talk about my birthday. I mean, hell, I started talking about my 40th birthday in like December, you know what I'm saying, of 2019 leading up to it. And I don't know, I just feel really off, and I'm actually supposed to be somewhere else right now, but I mean, I've had a headache and I could have pushed through it and kind of went, but I just really didn't feel like it. I'm really kind of like just on autopilot right now. And in a lot of ways, I don't want to be bothered with anybody. And when I say anybody, that means anybody. No offense to anybody, because it's not about y'all. So if you feel some type of way, that's on you, because I literally just said it's not about anybody. But I'm like going through the motions. Yeah, laughter is real if we're having a conversation, but it's like, I don't know. I don't care about a lot of things right now. And it's a good thing I'm not in people's faces because then they could see how fake some of my responses are. Like, I mean it, like, the words are not fake. Like, I'm not out here. I don't know though. Maybe I am, because I really, at the same time, I really don't want to be bothered with nobody, but I'm trying not to isolate because I know this will pass. I just don't know what it's related to, why it is, and whatever. And I'm trying to figure it out, and maybe I will, maybe I won't. But enough about that. I just had to get that out the way. Let's talk about what I brought y'all here to talk about. And when I tell you, this is a disclaimer for whoever, if you're new, my show is generally me talking about my life and how I'm trying to grow, or just what's on my head, heart, whatever. And right now, when I tell you, and I mean this from the depths of my soul, what I'm about to say, and when I tell y'all I can't stand these niggas, y'all niggas, niggas in general, men, I can't stand y'all. Like, and it's interesting because at the same time, I still have hope. So I'm not one of those niggas ain't shit, all men are dogs. No, that's not true. I know some very solid men that either they're, married or whatever, that they're good dudes, you know what I'm saying? They're my friends, but still, they're good dudes. I know there are good men out there, but these niggas that come my way, and I don't understand what I'm putting out there to draw in all this fuck shit. It's about to be just whatever comes out. So I don't know if I'm going to have any encouragement or any of that for y'all. If that's what you here for, sorry, my hair is just bothering me. I don't know. We'll see where this turns out when I get to the end of this. But so I've been doing these dating apps, and a lot of that is because I don't really get out here like that. I work out. I am trying to build a business, so it's kind of like ease of trying to, just meet different people. That's kind of what it is right now. I know some people have their views of, oh, it's just all fuck shit. And then I know people that have met their spouses on there and they're still married years later, having kids or having this, that, and the other. So it's not just that it's dating apps, you know what I'm saying? Because even outside of dating apps, this has been a theme of the type of people that seem to be drawn to me, but it's like the shit is annoying now. It's kind of like I communicate clearly expectations. This is what from, men say they want. So I yeah, I communicate pretty clearly expectations. I don't play games because that's just not in me to try to be fake or whatever. I don't bring the past, like, so even if you somewhat remind me of something somebody else did and I let it play out. I didn't used to be as good at that, but I've started to just let things play out so that you can't deny what's happening. Because sometimes when you try to cut it off right away, I've noticed if it seemed like, if you feel like you know what's gonna happen, niggas be denying stuff and all this stuff. It's just so annoying. But what's most annoying is that I just keep seeming to attract the same type of people. And it's like, I'm not going to say I know what's for me, but I know what's not for me. Like, I know this bullshit that comes my way is not what's for me. And so I just, people are annoying. People expect that if you haven't had, they just have these unrealistic expectations. And what I mean by that is, so someone, and mind you, I'm not rude, like, and if direct communication is rude or blunt or whatever, I guess I'm not for you, because that's just who I am. Like, if I don't communicate expectations clearly, then you're going to do something and it's going to irritate me or it's going to whatever. And how are you going to know if I didn't, like, how the hell is anybody supposed to know anything if people don't communicate? Nigga, we ain't mind readers out here. Y'all clearly ain't mind readers, because if you were, you wouldn't be coming on this bull that you come on. But more recently, there was somebody who we had one conversation. Now, I guess we matched because he was in the area, but then he actually isn't from here. So at first, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, not never mind, but kind of. But for whatever reason, still kept talking, because it's not like he was super far, you know what I'm saying? But what I don't like is, I feel like whatever energy you come with, like, keep that same energy. So I hate when people so this is what happened. At first, it's this almost impulsive, um ooh, I don't know. I can't. I be trying to be kind of vague on here a little bit to some degree. But I guess I'll just, because I don't even, oh, well, I mean, this is why I don't tell people my podcast name. I do mention that I am a podcaster, because I am, you know what I'm saying? And when people ask me what I do with my free time, these are the things that I'm doing. But I never tell anybody the name of my show or any of that, simply because, one, so far none of these niggas have stuck around for me to even meet them. But two, if you make a huge impression or get on my nerves enough, I'm going to talk about you on my show. I'm not going to say your name or any of that, because I don't even do that with people that I know that, we have issues or whatever. But and so I hate when people start off texting you, consistently or whatever, but then he wanted me to come see him, but the thing about it is he lived far enough that that's not something that on one conversation, and I'm not saying we got to talk for months before I meet somebody because I don't believe in that either. But first of all, the texting was sporadic, but also at the same time clingy. I don't even know if I'm explaining this right, but whatever. So it's this like wanting my attention, but then at the same, I hate when people do that shit. Like they're just trying to see if they got access to you. Like this is why I be talking to my brother and other dudes or whatever, because that's how I be knowing I'm not tripping with what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So I hate when dudes do whatever to try to see if they still got access, like, oh, good morning, or hey, beautiful, or whatever. But that's all they say, and they don't actually make conversation. And then you think I'm about to come drive to visit you off of one conversation, and then after that, whatever. Like these inconsistent, well, consistently inconsistent, because it's like, some people are slow texters, sure. Some people are, they prefer to talk on the phone, sure. And I've started asking people this because I prefer to text, just because then it's easier for me to just text, you know what I'm saying? And not really have to stop what I'm doing, because as most of y'all who listen know, I'm a pretty busy person. But at the same time, I will make time, and I will like phone call, video call, whatever. Like I'll do all that. I don't know. And I feel like I'm not fully explaining how I feel, but just know that I can't stand I can't stand these niggas. I can't stand these niggas that really know it's that they're really not that interested. That's the thing that irritates me, is that you know and you think I don't know. Now, for a long time I didn't know. It took me asking my homies, asking whatever, when I had when I had the episode with Shayna and Jeezy. I can't even think about what it's called. He's not that interested, or something, and he kind of broke it down about that's what it really is. So but it's crazy because I didn't have the language to explain it before, but I knew something was off even if I didn't know what it was. So I'm really glad I did that episode, and that's why I started talking to my homies. I don't get guy advice from my homegirls, because I don't care if you've been through something, the same thing. You're not a man, you know what I'm saying? You're telling me things based off of your experiences, but you're not telling me things based off of how men actually think, you know what I'm saying? And you're only going to know that how they think, not what they do, but how they think and the intent behind what they do, because that's what I'm all about, is intent. I get that from my brother, I get that from homies, or sometimes other podcasts, other podcasters or whatever. That's where I get, you know what I'm saying, people put me on game. But what irritates me is, I know that you know why you're doing what you do, but you think I don't know. So you think you could come with this, hey, beautiful, or whatever, just almost like bait to try to think you're going to keep me around. That, man, that might have worked before, but now that I understand better how y'all move, it fucking irritates me, because that's what keeps coming my way. And I'm just like, what the fuck be wrong with people? Now, this isn't just dating apps though. This is just, it's just been a thing, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is it that has me keep attracting the same type of bull? And they say you attract what you are, but I don't believe that, because that's not how I am. Like, I don't pretend like I'm interested in somebody if I'm not. I like, there have been people that I've talked to, met, or even just people that I've known in real life that maybe they expressed an interest and I wasn't interested in them like that. I'm not about to string nobody along. I'm not about to try to use nobody to get what I want from them. If ever there were times where I had how can I say this? I wanted what I wanted from somebody. I told them this is all I want from you when I was at that point in my life. You know what I mean? Now the interesting thing that I learned about me from that is that's not how I can't be no casually sleeping with people type person. That's just not who I can be. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't thought about having a a snatched what I say, what I call it. I think I said I'm about to have a snatched 40s hoe phase or something like that. Hey, judge your mama. No, I'm just kidding. But whatever. I'm just telling y'all my thought process of whatever. But I know the reality is that I'm not someone who could just be casually out here, whatever. So because I know that about me, it is what it is. Other people have different reasons on why you shouldn't do that. So we can get into the whole, you know, I talk about my relationship with God a lot. I do have one, my faith and all that. But what I've come to understand is that, you know, there are certain things about what the Bible says you should do or whatever. And I've come to understand that, how do I explain this? Because I'm different and I'm like super rambling, I'm really just saying whatever's coming to mind or whatever. But because I know that I can't be somebody who's casually out here just sleeping with people, it makes it easier for me to kind of fall in line with that, I guess. But I don't do it just because I don't know. It don't even matter. Anyways, I thought about that, but I can't. And so I'm just I don't know. I don't really know what's wrong with me. And maybe nothing's wrong with me. Maybe I don't even know. And this is about to be a short episode because it's not that I don't want to record, because I do. It's just there's so much going on. So y'all know I talk about my life and there's and whatever, and there's just so many things going on right now. And so it's hard to focus on one thing to kind of hone in on, you know what I mean? But I can't stand these niggas it's just been a theme, and it's just I can't stand what is continually attracted to me. Like it's always the same, and I don't know, I'm just like, what is it? Why? Tell me why. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Other things that get on my nerves is people who, you know, like I said, I'm in the process of moving and I went to go look at this place, and this manager of this apartment, and I'm really over apartments, and I've only lived in apartments like 1, 2, 3 times in my life. Once in my 20s, no, twice in my 20s, and once a year ago we moved into an apartment, and I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe especially where we were, but that's not even the point of what I'm about to say. So I was considering maybe just moving into different apartments, and I went to go look at these places. And for this woman to tell me that because she talked a lot. So for this woman to tell me that she's been doing what she's been doing, managing, you know, the manager of the apartment or the leasing person or whatever you call it, for 15 years, and to have me waste my time to come look at an apartment and then say, oh, well, we're working from a wait list, when I start asking questions. Because number one, she didn't show me the apartment that I chose on the website to look at. So that's number one that kind of I wasn't feeling, because I actually drove through there to kind of get a feel for the area. And I liked the location of that one. I did not like the location of this one that she showed me. And then it's when I asked her about that because I just thought that was weird. It's, oh, well, we're working from a wait list. So you mean to tell me you have me waste my PTO to come look at a place when you were working from a wait list? Like you couldn't just tell me that over the phone like every other townhome or landlord or whatever that I've, talked to. You couldn't tell me that over the phone, but you've been doing this for 15 years. You didn't know you was working from a wait list. And then when I asked her, okay, well, how long is the wait list? I don't know. I'm just going from the bottom to the top. You sound like really stupid, like you have not been doing this for 15 years. Or, I hate to think that you didn't expect to see someone who looks like me pop up. And so then once you saw that, I hate to think things like that, but it's either you don't know what the hell you're doing and you suck at your job, which that's annoying because like I've been teaching, we'll say, job readiness. I've been doing goal setting stuff like that. I'm not going to say I'm just the freaking guru of the world, but when it comes to certain things within my field that I've been in for the past 10 years, come on now. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. I know, you know what I'm saying? That pissed me off. Let's see what else has been irritating me. Everything and everybody. And I really try to not let it be known how, because it's not that anybody else is necessarily doing anything. It's a me thing, but I just can't figure out what it is. Like normally this time of year, I'm excited because my birthday's coming up. I don't have anything planned. I mean, my birthday's Sunday. I'm not going to say it's just another day but I don't know. I'm not going to say I don't care about my birthday, but it's like I kind of don't. But then again, I don't care about a lot of stuff right now. Like I'm not going to say I'm behind on my business stuff, but things keep coming up to kind of like delay me starting or whatever and like actually taking clients. So that's not what it is. That's not what it is either. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having success with my Snatch 40s journey. Y'all see it because I post pictures where I'm showing you that like really I need new clothes, but I'm not going to buy them yet because I'm still on this journey. So I'm trying to wait until whatever, but like all my clothes fit differently. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. So yeah, I don't got nothing. I was trying to end it on a positive note. I don't have anything. This is a super random, not random episode, but I feel like my thoughts were not well put together. But that's because so many things, like these niggas really get on my nerves. And it's so quick and easy for me to just, like, I'm not about to be putting all this effort. No, you know what I'm saying? One thing I know about men, and I've always known this just as I've watched the way my close guy friends have pursued their now wives, for the ones that I'm thinking of, men go for what they want. So, but why half play like you're interested, or I don't know. That's annoying. Like, especially at my age. I'm 40, about to be 41. I might already be 41 by the time you listen to this, depending on how quickly you listen. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes be older than me too, not just, but I'm bad enough they're my age. Like, I don't people that are younger than me, it's no shade, but I don't know. It's just if I was still in my 30s, maybe that'd be different. But I'm 40, so I just rather somebody else be my age or whatever. These niggas be my age and up, and it's like just some bull. It's so irritating. Lack of professionalism is so irritating. I wish I made more money, and I know I can't in my field just because of the way it's set up, which means I'm going to, and I'm trying to tell you that job paid enough that if it didn't require weekends and evenings because you are working with people all over the world, is what it said. If it didn't require that, I probably would have applied for it. Probably would have got it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't give up my evenings and weekends when I'm trying to, because that wouldn't replace my goal and my dream for my company. But I just, yeah. So because maybe if I hadn't already started a company, I might feel differently, but I didn't start a company just to say I started a company. Like I actually, my brand, we'll see when that launches. Ideally, I wanted it to launch on my birthday, but I don't think that's going to happen because I don't even have the official like logos done. And that's on me because one, I wasn't really pressed about it at first anyway. And then two, it's like I'm changing things and adding things. So like it's not, let me just get that out there. It has nothing to do with my graphic designer. It's just me trying to, I don't know, make sure I feel like it represents what I want it to represent. But then ultimately that means whatever I thought it was going to launch by, it's not. But the thing that I'm learning is that I will have this timetable in my head sometimes that's generally not what it ends up. And that's okay. Like sometimes things happen on a timetable, but a lot of times they happen afterwards, but they happen. You know what I'm saying? Like with my blog, that launched, I think in November. I wanted that to launch way before, but it doesn't even matter because it worked out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why things always work out the way they're supposed to, even if they don't work out the way I initially thought they would or whatever. But these are all the things that are just, and I'm just kind of going through the motions because there's a lot of me that just wants to be like, F it all. Like I be writing my blogs literally Monday mornings, which I don't think it's bad because then the blogs it's called, I mean, it's not called Monday Musings, but that's always the hashtag that I use. So you're literally getting my Monday thoughts, feelings, and whatever. But recording, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on. But what I do know, y'all, is that I really can't stand these niggas. And that's, I don't know. And so then I'm like, I'm probably gonna delete these. I don't know. And I don't know why I don't, because, but I think it's because I know I'm not about to start. I don't be going out like that. You know what I mean? So then I think, well, and I know you can meet someone anywhere, but I don't know. I don't want to delete it. Excuse me. Because usually what happens is I delete it because I get irritated. And then when I'm either bored or not, whatever, then I create another one. So I'm trying not to, because I'm feeling how I'm feeling right now, make a permanent decision that like I kind of know me. And so that's why with all things, I don't feel like doing anything. I have kind of slacked on workouts. Technically, last week, Wednesday was a intentional rest day. So I've been doing 5 days a week instead of 6 since I'm can't do insanity right now. And then Thursday, I overslept and had something to do after work, so I couldn't work out. Friday, I moved all my stuff out of my apartment. So actually I did work out. It just cuz not only did I close my cuz it was all day also in the heat. You know what I'm saying? Because I had help for the heavy stuff, but then outside of that, it was just me and my youngest. So like we were moving, I was working out. So I worked out Friday technically. And then Saturday, my body was just so tired from moving all day that I rested. And then this morning, I woke up with a really, really bad headache and just haven't been able to shake it all day. And so I just figure I need to rest. So it's like I've missed a couple workouts, but not whereas I'm just falling off. It's like legit reasons and I get back to it. So um but outside of that, having like legit reasons, because I actually enjoy working out, I don't feel like doing any of this stuff, but it just it everything feels like before. I used to feel like I feel so glad to have these creative outlets, and now they feel like I have to do it, but I know I really don't. Like I know if I really wanted to stop, I could, but I don't know why I feel the way that I feel. So I'm not the kind of person that makes permanent decisions. I like, you know what I'm saying, if I don't really know why. So, and some people they take breaks, miss a week or whatever, but this is a therapeutic outlet for me. This is me processing, trying to figure out how I feel. I remember when I first started, before I had guests and before I was doing all this other stuff I do, sometimes when I couldn't sleep, I would just wake up and talk about whatever I was going through. Like that's really what this show really is about. All the extras, me just doing extra. But at the end of the day, this is my life and how I'm trying to grow, and y'all writing my train of thought. So I guess I do feel somewhat better having gotten it out, but I don't really know. I don't know what it is. And so I'm just kind of going through the motions. And I think that's okay, because I think I think it shows growth for me, because I've always been someone previously that I would be so moved by how I feel. That's why I can never stay consistent with anything. But because the beautiful thing about the pandemic is I've learned a lot about myself, because especially I still work from home and have so much time to think. Work is slower right now. Now we'll see how long that lasts, but work has been a little bit slower the past few months, as far as the workload and how much things I have to review or whatever is kind of slowed down. So it gives me a lot more time to think and reflect and whatever. And so what I know about me for sure is that these whatever feelings, they pass. Sometimes they just pass just because, and I don't ever necessarily find out what the root of it was. And then sometimes it is a bigger thing that I needed to change or shift or whatever. Right now I don't know, because I think I've been feeling like this like the past couple days. And it's not it's not related to like being in transition of moving. I know that for sure, just because I've been in transition of moving and it was like crazier circumstances than what is going on right now. And that stuff like that, it's weird because It's almost in some ways, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. So I guess I'll stop rambling because I was trying to see if I could bring this to a positive note, but I don't know that I have one. I guess I'll do the announcements at the end. So thank you for listening. New episodes happen every Thursday if you're new. I'm not going to say they won't always be like this. I only give y'all what I have, and this is all I have for y'all today. Is I'm trying to figure out my life right now, and this is this is what it is. If you missed the podcast happy hour, I should the link to the visuals should be in the episode notes. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put that in there. That was the only live for June. So then July I'll have another different type of live. I'm going back and forth if I'm actually going to do an audio upload for the podcast happy hour. Everyone else does, and I always did, like I did the last time I hosted it. But the reason why I'm going back and forth is because I don't do audio uploads for my lives anymore. I just do the visuals because I just personally feel like for live events, it's always better if you just see the visuals and just experience it rather than just listen to it because it's a different type of thing. We'll see. But if I do, that'll just be a bonus episode that you'll see whenever, or, I got to kind of decide soon, you know what I'm saying? But for sure, the visuals are in the episode notes. Let's see what else. Again, my birthday is Sunday. Holla at your girl. If you want to cash at me, my Cash App, my PayPal, buy me a coffee, all that is always in the episode notes. So if you feel generous because it's about to be my birthday, or maybe my birthday just passed, depending on when you listen, but at the very least, you could tweet at me and say happy early or belated or on time birthday. You feel me? Let's see what else. Podcast shout out. I'd sound so uninterested, and it's not even that. It's a good thing I have a list of these because I didn't prepare anything. I just kind of needed to do whatever. So this week's podcast shout out is going to go to Molly with the Most. She is someone that I listen to, and she really talks about her life and just different things. She'll have sometimes guests or topics or updates or whatever. I love the transparency when people share their lives with us. So the link to her stuff will be in the episode notes. That's something else I've been off track with too, though, is I want to say like maybe like today. So today's Monday, the 21st. Today is the first day in like 2 weeks, I feel like, that I've listened to a pod. And maybe it wasn't that long, but if you're a regular in my rotation and I haven't tweeted at you, don't think I don't listen to you. And if you're a regular, because like I said, I have the people that I don't miss an episode. So I listen every week when they drop. Excuse me. Then I have the people where you're in my rotation, but maybe I don't listen every week. But if none of y'all have heard from me, it's because I haven't been listening to anybody. Today was the first day in forever that I started back listening because I don't even know why. Like, I've just needed silence, I think, to just reflect on my life and try to figure it out. So maybe this has been going on for more than a couple days, but it's felt, I guess, more intense the past couple days. And maybe that's an exaggeration because really it was more so for sure yesterday and today. I don't even know if I felt like that Saturday, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And what is time right now? Like, that's the other thing, is that everything feels and seems like it just meshes together in one big blah. Like, what is anything right now? What is the point of all this? This is kind of how my mind has been going. Like, why do I podcast? Why do I blog? I know why, but my mind has been like, why am I even doing this? Who am I doing this for? Even though I literally do this for me, you know what I'm saying? And I've said that because I'm an external processor. So yeah, that's all I got for you. So this is a way that I am trying to take care of my mental health, is by having this therapeutic outlet. Make sure you're doing what you need to take care of your mental health. Make sure you are mentally and emotionally healthy. I know I've been saying I can't stand these niggas and all this that I'm saying, and that's genuinely how I feel. It is important for me to own my emotions, and it's okay for me or you or whoever to feel how you feel. Don't let people try to tell you, oh, you shouldn't feel. No, what I shouldn't do is just snap on fools and do all that. That's what I shouldn't do. But I could feel like I can't stand these niggas if I can't, because I can't. You feel me? Don't let nobody try to tell you how you feel. That how you should feel. That is a huge pet peeve of mine. Take care of yourself physically. That's what the Snatch 40s journey is all about. Yeah, it's about, you know what I'm saying, get myself back together, but also just being healthy. Like, if I'm eating trash foods, I'm going to feel lethargic and feel crappy. So that for me is what usually, not saying I don't have junk food here and there, but that's what keeps me from just staying on that path, is because I don't like how it makes me feel. I make sure I get sleep. Like, I was just thinking this morning, I might have to up my bedtime to like, it's 11:30. I might have to start going to bed by like 10:30. You know what I'm saying? Because give me that time to wind down. But I have been sleeping really good lately. So sleep is important. Make sure you're drinking water. What else? Make sure you're taking care of yourself spiritually, whatever that looks like for you. My relationship with God and just all the things that go along with that for me are important for my spiritual health. Whatever that is for you, you have a spirit, so be healthy. And then last but not least, in your relationships, make sure you're being healthy, because man, toxic relationships, toxic friendships, it just does so much damage. This is why I always start with take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, all these things, because a lot of times hurt people, I'm sure you've heard this before, hurt people hurt people. So if you're out here wounded and broken and whatever, you're going to be hurting people, and then you're going to have unhealthy relationships. And then if they don't deal with their stuff, then and then cycle's just going to continue. So like, be healthy. Sometimes being healthy means telling people the truth that they don't want to hear because they don't want to hear it. But if that's your truth, I'm not saying talk to people all crazy, but some people don't even want to hear the truth. Some people will rather you sugarcoat it and fake and all that, but you're not doing them a service when you do that. You're actually causing more harm than good. So have healthy relationships. You feel me? Yeah, hopefully next week, maybe this will have passed, or we'll see what I'm talking about next week. But I will be back next week. I'm not going to quit podcasting. I'm not going to quit blogging and doing the things that actually do bring me joy. I just am on autopilot right now, and that's okay, because I could be honest with y'all and whoever reads my blogs about whatever. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here.
Ladies and gents, this concludes transmission. Tune in next time for a whole new edition, another adventure and mission to share, be heard, and clarify the vision of this whole new world for